Hi, I'm David Bell with USA Mobile Drug Testing. Today I'd like to talk to you about the FMCSA Clearinghouse. So there's a lot of information if you go to the FMCSA website about the Clearinghouse, a lot of technical things that you may want to know as an employer or a commercial motor vehicle operator with a CDL license. But here today we're just going to talk briefly about some of the challenges that we've seen. Recently we were at an industry show. The FMCSA was present and they were talking about the Clearinghouse. Questions like, is there going to be a delay? They were firm. January the 6th, 2020, you're going to have to comply with that. So what does that mean for you? As an employer, that means every one of your employees that is regulated by the FMCSA has to register at the site. So that was the first challenge that I think everyone in the room was concerned with, is the time it would take. There's going to be no integration when it first comes out. There's no timeline that they're providing as to when you're going to be able to integrate into your HR software. So everything's going to be registering manually. If you're a smaller company, not too complicated. If you're a larger company, you can imagine that's going to be a lot of extra labor. Secondly, for those smaller companies that have a dozen drivers, 20 drivers, think about the type of people you're employing. Are they technically savvy individuals? Maybe they're still using flip phones, which is surprising, but I've seen a lot of it out there. They have to register, so you're going to need to take the extra time to help them and to make sure they get registered. So these are some of the things that are going to be challenging. The MROs, our medical review officers, service agents like USA Mobile Drug Testing, is going to have to spend a lot of extra time entering those positive results into the system. So there's going to be some of those challenges from a technology side, especially right off the bat. And I think that's the biggest fear that most people are challenged with. The second thing that I think people are really challenged with in general about the FMCSA Clearinghouse is the fact that they feel like it's going to be a double workload. Well, for 3 years, until January the 6th, 2023, it will be a little bit of extra work. You're still going to have to use the manual follow-up process, which looks back for 3 years for those FMCSA drivers. You're going to have to rely on that employee's honesty to tell you where they worked, have they had any refusals to test or positives, are they currently in a substance abuse program or not. Then you've got to have the authorization form signed, send that to the previous employers, get those checks done, and then allow them to go to work. That's one of the main reasons why this clearinghouse, the data repository, was mandated by Congress in 2012. We're talking about 8 years from the request to the implementation. It's a long time, but it's going to eliminate, because all of the state driver's license offices, the employers, the drivers themselves are required now to register anything related to violations for the DOT FMCSA Part 40 drug and alcohol testing overall program. So those violations will have to be reported there. So there won't be those situations where a driver can just job hop, go to another state, get a different driver's license number. Those agencies are going to be required to verify it. So clearly that's going to take 3 years to build up a database of all of those violations. And so you as an employer have to do the manual search up until that point, as well as use the online database so that we can start to catch individuals who are trying to beat the system and abuse the system and create unsafe work environments when they're abusing drugs and alcohol. So those are the two big things that I think people are going to be challenged with. There's obviously more information to come. You still have about half a year until this is going to be implemented full time. So look for our next video. See our blog post at usamdt.com. We're going to post some more detailed information for you if you'd really like to get into the meat and potatoes of it, as well as we'll talk more about it soon. So look forward to talking to you. Give us a call at 800-851-2021.
USA Mobile Drug Testing.